What's up guys, so it's Zobi Shimim here now. I'm back. Now today I am here to talk about boxing and UFC news and rumours. So news and rumours surrounding the boxing and UFC on the internet. Now guys, before I get on with it, I would just like to give you an introduction to these type of videos that I'm going to be doing. So guys, on my channel, on my YouTube channel, I am going to be doing I'm going to be doing YouTube videos, and they will be called the reality of sports. They will come out every weekend, every single weekend. They will be called reality of sports. So this week's going to be number one. It's going to be part number one. The next one's going to be part number two, and so next week's going to be part number two, and then the weeks after it's going to be part number three, and so on and so on. So it's going to be reality of sports, and as the weeks go on, it's going to be, the numbers are going to increase basically. And the reality of sports, I'm going to be talking about during the reality of sports videos. They're going to come out every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday, with part one and part two. And I'm just going to be talking about boxing and UFC news and rumours. So news and rumours surrounding the boxing and UFC, and also if there's any upcoming fights during that days, if there's any upcoming big fights, like today we have Israel and Adesanya fighting. So if there's any upcoming fights, guys, any upcoming big fights, I will be talking about them. I will be doing predictions of those fights. So guys, sorry about if that keeps coming on. It's just, I know it gets on my nerves. What can I say? So guys, today in this reality of sports number one, part one video, I will be talking about all sorts. I'll be talking about Khabib and Maria. I'm going to be talking about Khabib and Tony Ferguson press conference. Another rumor I'll be talking about is Manny Pacquiao has listed Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence as top contenders to face him. Another rumor is Tony Ferguson officially in Khabib said following the press conference. Billy Joe Saunders close to signing a Canelo fight. Tyson Fury, yeah, I know this is getting on my nerves, honestly guys. I'm going to be honest, when that thing keeps coming up, it does get on my nerves, but I've got nothing else to say. So Tyson Fury could fight in Australia with an undefeated fighter. UFC 248 weigh-in results and UFC 248 predictions. Anthony Joshua versus Khabib-Pulev set for June 20th, which I'm going to be in Pakistan by then. And Fury and Wilder 3 will be played out different according to Sugar Hill Stewart. So let me start with Let me start with Khabib and Ferguson's press conference. A lot of people are talking about it. Honestly, a lot of people are talking about the press conference all over social media, all over differently. Everyone's talking about the press conference, but damn, I've seen the press conference. Obviously, I managed to go to sleep before the conference even started. But my reaction to press conferences, damn, ain't Tony Ferguson. Nah, I know Conor McGregor has got a much bigger mouth compared to Ferguson. Conor McGregor has gone on. When Conor McGregor fought Khabib, right? McGregor got under Khabib's skin. And he's going to get under, McGregor's gone in Khabib's skin more than Ferguson has right now. Because McGregor has talked about Khabib's family. I asked Ferguson has as well, but I'll get to that in a minute. McGregor has talked about Khabib's family. He's talked about his religion. He talked about the religion Islam, which went so far. Never ever get anyone's religion involved. I don't care what the media says nowadays. I don't care what the system says nowadays. Just guys, don't get anyone's religion involved. Ever. It doesn't matter what the media says. It doesn't matter what the society says. Just don't listen to them. And just listen to the reality. And the reality is don't get religion involved. So McGregor got religion involved, which were extremely went for. McGregor, when he gets in the press conference, his words always go too far. And damn, This goes way too far. And let's talk. We're not here to talk about McGregor. We're here to talk about Tony Ferguson and Khabib's press conference. So Ferguson has mentioned. I think if in terms of talking in the press conference, I think Ferguson won that because Ferguson has just talked big mouth. He went. He was talking trash towards Khabib. He was talking how Khabib is a loser, how he mentioned his brother, how he's a piece of shit, mentioned all sorts. So he was trash talking Khabib basically. Obviously Khabib, you could tell Khabib got pissed off towards the end of the press conference. And enjoy my reaction to that press conference. My reaction was, yeah guys, I know, but it's getting on my nerves, what can I say. Yeah, so guys, my reaction to the press conference while watching the press conference, obviously I didn't watch it live because I ended up falling asleep, but my reaction to the press conference was, man, I hope Khabib shuts and twats the fuck out of Ferguson. Honestly, Ferguson just went. I'm backing Khabib. I am 100% backing Khabib. If Ferguson beats Khabib, I am gonna be so gutted, so upset. Well, I won't be upset, but I'll be gutted. I'll be extremely gutted if Khabib loses to Ferguson. If Khabib wins, I'll be extremely happy. I think Khabib's gonna win anyways. I think Khabib's gonna maybe get a submission victory or knockout victory, just like he might get a submission victory actually, just like he did in the last few rounds. I think Khabib is gonna win, and I think Khabib will beat Ferguson. So obviously, I think Khabib did. I think the press conference, talk about the press conference, Khabib did. Obviously, Khabib got pissed off towards the end, and Ferguson did get under Khabib's skin. So let's talk about another rumor. Manny Pacquiao lists Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence as lead contenders for the next fight. 1 second, guys. Sorry. So, yeah, guys. So let's go on with the rumor. Pacquiao lists Manny Pacquiao lists Mikey. According to Boxing News 24, Manny Pacquiao has listed Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence as lead contenders for the next fight. So, by Chris Williams, Manny Pacquiao is still deciding on his next opponent, but he's mentioning Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia as the leading candidates for him. Pacquiao will need to make a fast decision if he wants to fight Mikey in July. That's a fight that Mikey's promoter Eddie Hearn wants to set up for Saudi Arabia in July, and he's clearly the easier option for the 41-year-old Filipino star, which I agree with. I 100% agree with. Mikey Garcia is an easier opponent. Spence already defeated Mikey by a lopsided 12-round decision in 2019 in a fight that wasn't competitive. The IBF and WBC welterweight current champion Spence, 26-0, 21 KOs, likely won't be available to fight in July against Pacquiao due to coming off a car crash last October. I'm glad he got well. That was the main thing. It's possible that Pacquiao threw Spence's name out there to give the appearance that there are a lot of other options for him, but the reality is that it's only Mikey Garcia that makes some boxing fans happy because they like that fight. I agree with this rumour. Spence Pacquiao is too soon. Shouldn't happen this year. Because first of all, for Errol Spence has fought Sean Porter last time. Errol Spence's last opponent was Sean Porter, right? Which was a big fight for Spence, in my opinion. And the month after his last fight, he had a car crash. So I think this is too soon up for Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence needs a warm-up opponent at least. So I think Spence does need a warm-up opponent. I think Manny Pacquiao should fight Mikey Garcia next in July time. I think whenever, but I think Pacquiao should fight Mikey Garcia. Pacquiao shouldn't fight Spence next. Shouldn't happen, not this year. If I was making decisions, if I was that promoter, this is what I would do. Pacquiao fights Mikey Garcia in June, July. Why not July? Errol Spence could have a warm-up fight against whoever, some bum or whoever, anyone. So that's how I'll book it. And I agreed. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I do apologise if that white thing keeps coming up. It is getting on my nerves, but it won't get fixed later on in the video, but I'll try to make sure it doesn't happen again. If it carries on, I'll work harder to get it fixed. Another thing is another rumour says, is Tony Ferguson, this is reported by SBN Nation, is Tony Ferguson officially in Khabib's head following UFC 249 presser? It's safe to say that no fighter has truly rattled undefeated UFC lightweight champion Khabib, I can't say his last name, which I agree with. No one has been able to stop Khabib ever in his UFC career. Inside of the cage, the same can likely be said for outside of it, even though Conor McGregor tried his hardest to ruffle the Russians' feathers for their grudge match back in 2018. Yes, McGregor tried to get under Khabib's skin in order to win, but Khabib still managed to win. Didn't work on Khabib. Worked on other fights, but not Khabib. Now as Khabib prepares to defend his 155-pound crown against rival Tony Ferguson at UFC 249 on April 18th live on ESPN Plus pay-per-view from inside Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Fight fans may finally get to see an opponent get under the skin of Eagle. After all, Khabib and Ferguson have been scheduled to fight 4 times before, so they happen to fight one another pretty well. Khabib and Ferguson stepped on the same stage earlier tonight, Friday, March 6, 2020, at UFC 249's pre-fight press conference. Video replay here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Things were certainly not cordial. While Khabib tested Ferguson's patience by claiming he isn't a real Mexican fighter, it was El Kuki who did the most damage on the microphone. First, Ferguson took a shot at Khabib's weight, comparing his body to that of teammate and former UFC champion Daniel Cormier. Next, Ferguson proclaimed that he is going to make Khabib's piss pulled by utilizing his old man strength when the two meet in this April. And at the end of the press conference, Ferguson started to notice he was getting under Khabib's skin just a little bit, something we haven't seen too often. That prompted El Kuki to poll fight fans in attendance as to whether or not he has been in the champ set. I agree. I think in the next few weeks, maybe next week or 2 weeks, Tony Ferguson has been under Khabib's skin, just a little bit. But I think Khabib is going to smash him up. I think in the fight. I think when the first round comes, Khabib's going to go after him proper pissed off. Because don't forget, guys, when it comes to the cage, when it comes getting in that cage, when it comes getting in that boxing ring, that talk is finished. What talking comes out? What talking hurts your opponent? What talking gets you the victory in the boxing or UFC fight? Your hands, your kicks, submissions, whatever it is. That's what gets you the victory. It's either your hands in box. It's only your hands in boxing, but in UFC it's boxing, kicks, and submissions. And so, obviously, I'll just wait till Khabib I hope Khabib beats the hell out of Ferguson in April. I am backing Khabib all the way, and if Khabib loses, I'm going to be extremely gutted. I hope Khabib does not lose. And also, guys, I would just like to mention that I do support Khabib all the way. Billy Joe Saunders, close. This is reported by BBC Sports. Billy Joe Saunders, close to Saul Canelo Alvarez fight deal. Reported by Luke Reddy. Billy Joe Saunders is close to finalizing a deal to face boxing's best. He is my favorite fighter today, by the way. Canelo, not Saunders. Canelo's my favorite fighter today. To face boxing's best paid fighter, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Las Vegas on 2nd of May. Yeah, Canelo is the best paid fighter today, and he is my favorite fighter today. The Brighton, he's my favorite boxer today. Canelo is my favorite boxer today. The Brighton 30 will put his WBO World Super Middleweight title on the line against Alvarez. Alvarez has one loss to Floyd Mayweather in 2013 and a 56 fights career. The Mexican will again fill the Las Vegas date to align with his country's Cinco de Mayo weekend celebration. I don't know what that means. WBA Super Middleweight Champion Callum Smith was in line for a shot at Alvarez, but Saunders will instead secure his toughest bout to date. Reports in the US claim Saunders will earn the biggest purse of his career. I think he will actually. This is the biggest fight of Saunders' career. Canelo has had enough. He's had loads of big fights. It's hard to say which was the only biggest Canelo fight. Probably Mayweather, but he was young then. If they fought again, that would be the biggest fight Canelo's career. But yeah, so reports in the US claim Saunders will earn the biggest purse of his career against a man who agreed to a deal worth an estimated $278 million or pounds. It will probably be dollars actually, because the fight will be held in America, so it should be dollars. With streaming service DAZN in 2018, Saunders is undefeated 29 bouts and previously held a world title in 160 lb middleweight division before moving up to the same in the 168 lb super middleweight division. He defended his title in a lobbed knockout win over Marcelo Esteban Corcoran in Los Angeles in November. Alvarez has held 4 world titles in the freeweight divisions and also held a minor version of the world belt as super middleweight when he beat Rocky Fielding in 2018, which I remember. I didn't watch the fight live, but I remember finding out the day after. 29-year-old has since beaten American Daniel Jacobs and moved up to light heavyweight and to impressively stop Sergey Kovalev in November. He has made no secret of his desire to set records in Mexico's already rich fighting history, and a victory would ensure he can be called a 4-weight world champion. I think Canelo is going to win. Well, I'll talk about my opinion after. Often cited as one of the finest pound-for-pound fighters in the sports, Canelo made his professional debut aged 15 in 2005. Younger than me. I don't know how you can make it to age 15 in professional Mexico. I'm nearly 18 and Canelo's done better than me at a younger age. During his career, he has also been the likes of Gennady Golovkin, Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and Miguel Cotto, and will start a heavy favourite when an agreement is finalised in the coming days. When he knocked out Amir Khan, that was one hell of a knockout. So, guys, if Canelo Saunders fight, I think Canelo will beat Billy Joe Saunders. Honestly, Canelo right now is at a stage where he is unstoppable. He's like at the top. He's like the king of the middleweights. The king of the welterweights today is hard to say. It's either Spence or Crawford. Pacquiao's too old. Pacquiao doesn't need to be king again. Pacquiao's done it all. I don't know if he'll be king at his age. He can be, but I think there's a better chance looking at younger stars. That's what I prefer than older stars. But a welterweight is either Errol Spence or Crawford. One of them needs to take that throne. I hope it's Spence. I think Spencer's going to beat Crawford if they ever fight. And when it comes to middleweight, Canelo is the king of the middleweights because Canelo has destroyed he has defeated all the middleweights. He's defeated Triple G, Miguel Cotto, Liam Smith, Amir Khan. Well, Amir Khan's not middleweight, but still. Daniel Jacobs. He's defeated loads of great fighters. Shane Mosley. He's defeated Hall of Fame worthies. He's defeated legends. Canelo is at the top, literally. He's my favorite fighter there as well. He is a top fighter in my opinion. But man, I think Canelo is gonna win. I think Saunders is just gonna be another name in the list. That's all Saunders is gonna be. Another name in the list who tried stopping Canelo. Tried his best but just wasn't enough. That's what I think is gonna happen. So I think Canelo is gonna beat Billy Joe Saunders, and I think that's what is gonna happen, and I hope that fight does happen. It's gonna happen in May anyways. They always fight. Canelo always fights in May. Always. Tyson Fury could fight in Australia for $20 million. Well, another rumor says 15 million. I don't know if it's 20 or 15. I don't know. $20 million payday, as promoters hatch a plan to bring the eccentric heavyweight world champ down under. Fury is gonna win this one if they fight. Base boxing champ Tyson Fury could take on, and people have been talking about Fury vs Joshua. Now this rumor came up about Fury fighting another fighter. Tyson Fury could fight an undefeated Australian Jay or PTA in what would be a global event in Sydney next year. Tyson's promoter Bob Arum revealed there are plans in the works to bring the two-time heavyweight world champ down under two square off with a rising star in mid-2021. That's a long time away. Should happen this year. No, don't happen next year. Peturia, who holds a 19-0 record, would have to win the Cruiserweight Division World title and move on to the heavyweight class ahead of the match. It has to be, from our standpoint, a competitive major event, I'm told the Sunday Telegraph. Yeah, listen to this, guys. Bob Arum has said Tyson Fury versus OPTA would be a competitive major event. This makes me laugh. Seriously, do you think this guy will ever be a competitive enough for Fury? Honestly, give me a break. He's just another bum. If he comes through, it will be a major attraction. Now this, I think it's not gonna happen. If he says it's mid-2021, if this happens this year, then this rumor could be true. If it happens next year, it's false. Don't think it'll happen next year. But I think this how Fury's next 3 fights are gonna go down. Fury did say he's gonna retire after 2 fights, and if he says he's gonna retire after a few fights, he's either gonna fight. If I was him, I don't know. It's a lot of options there. You could do Warden Trilogy, then you could do a Joshua match, or you could do a Bum then Joshua, you could do a Bum then Wilder 3, or then the Joshua. There's lots of scenarios. Fury is not gonna fight Joshua next. I think Fury's gonna fight Joshua next year, and Fury's either gonna fight Wilder in a trilogy match next, or he's gonna fight a Bum next. I don't know if he'll fight Wilder in a trilogy. So yeah, I hope Fury keeps being at the top, and I think that's how I think Fury's gonna happen. But major event, give me a break. UFC 248 weighing results, title fights. So Emily Whitmore, Mrs. Way. Yeah. So let me talk about my predictions with Israel and Adesanya fight. I think Adesanya is gonna win tonight. I think Adesanya is gonna beat. Yoel Romero. I think that's gonna happen. No one can beat Adesanya in his weight division. Literally no one. Adesanya, it has to be in the top 10 UFC fights today. Literally, Adesanya is just unstoppable right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's just gonna be another win for Adesanya. Anthony Joshua vs. Cobra. This is reported by Fight. Another rumor. This is reported by Fight Mag. Anthony Joshua vs. Khabib-Pulev is set for June 20th in London. Unified champion Anthony Joshua defends his IBF, WBA, WBO, and IBO titles against Khabib-Pulev, scheduled for 12 rounds championship. Headlines the fight card at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, England, on June 20th. The representative of the country host. Don't worry, guys. After this is done. This is the second to last. After this rumor after this, it will be the last one. So this is the second to last. The representative of the country host, Anthony Joshua, 23-1, 21 KOs, is coming off the win by unanimous decision against Andy Louis Jr. in the contest. So AJ recapturing the belts in immediate rematch held in December 2019 Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, after he suffered a defeat by TKO in the 7th round of the first bout. Khabib-Pulev 28-1, 14 KOs of Bulgaria's right in the 8th fight win streak. He was last seen in action November 2019, Fresno, California, America, USA, when he scored a unanimous decision against Rydell Booker, prior to that he KO'd Bogdan Dino in the 7th round, and he earned a UD against Hugh Fury. The event is presented by Matchroom Boxing in association with Top Rank, Merrick Sports, and the Entertainment. Boxing fans can watch Joshua vs. Pulev on Sky Sports Box Office. The undercard will see a series of boxing bouts with locals and international competitors. The matchups are unexpected to be announced in the coming weeks. Anthony Joshua's Khabib-Pulev heavyweights, 12 rounds. Now, guys, if that when that fight happens, when AJ faces Khabib-Pulev, I think I am gonna be in holiday. I might be in holiday by then. I might be in Pakistan by then. So I'll still watch. I won't watch the live. I won't watch the fight live, but I will watch the fight. Maybe I might watch the fight on YouTube after. I could do that, and I might do a review and talk about it by then. I'll still do videos in Pakistan. I will. And I might be in Pakistan by then. I might be on the plane by then. I don't know. So I think Joshua is going to be Pulev. People are saying Joshua will be Pulev, but there is two chances here. Either Joshua beats Pulev or Pulev gets a upsetting victory, because people are expecting Joshua to win. It's hard to say, because there's two sides. Either Joshua is going to win or Pulev. This is going to be another shocking victory. I think Joshua has learned from Louise's first fight. Joshua has learned. Because the reason Joshua has learned is, look, Joshua has trained harder since. I think Joshua is going to train hard for this one, because he knows. Anthony Joshua knows himself. Joshua knows himself if he doesn't train hard. It's like he didn't train hard for the first fight against Louise. If he didn't train the first one, which is the reason why he lost. If he doesn't train hard for this fight, he knows if he doesn't, he's going to lose. So Joshua is going to train hard. And I think Joshua is going to be Pulev, I think. He might get a knockout victory even. I think he will. And that's how I think it's going to go down. And then people are going to get more. It's going to get closer. It's going to get closer and closer to a 50-15 split between Joshua and Fury. In terms of predictions. Now, this is the last rumor, guys. According to Boxing Scene, Sugar Hill Stewart is said that Fury and Wilder 3 will play out differently. Sugar Hill Stewart said he doesn't anticipate the same script playing out again should a third fight take place between WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. When you lose, you want to go back and correct some things. Deontay is a competitor. He lost the fight, so I'm sure he's going to want to be better. Stewart told BoxingScene.com in an interview, Fury 30-0 and 1, 21 KOs. Dismantled the previously unbeaten Wilder 42-1 and 1, 41 KOs from pillar to post in a one-sided fight of the rematch, which Fury absolutely leaded him in the rematch in the second fight. The beige boxer came out of the corner from the beginning of the fight, swinging and used his size to back down the smaller Wilder. The Alabama fighter never appeared comfortable in the ring against Fury, who simply was the superior slugger. Fury won every round, but won across all three judges' scorecards. Wilder is mostly one-dimensional with his knockout power and will have to introduce new wrinkles in his game to have a better chance in a potential third fight. Now guys, I just want to say, I think Fury is and Wilder 3 is loads of options. I don't think Wilder is going to destroy Fury. Come on, give me a break. I think Fury's going to destroy Wilder Fury if the trilogy happens, honestly. And guys, for all of you Wilder fans out there saying Wilder was lucky, or Wilder's this and that, Fury is, if the trilogy happens, Fury's going to beat Wilder in the third fight. He will. I am telling you, he will. And then watch if the trilogy happens afterwards. You all are going to be more upset, all you Wilder fans, then compared to the second fight. So guys, there won't be a part 2. The next video with the reality of sport videos will come out next week. It comes up, just to remind you guys, the reality of sport videos will come out every weekend Saturday, so they won't come out tomorrow. This is the only video for this weekend. The next video will be next Saturday, which will be part 2. And in part 2, I'll be talking about whichever rumors will be by then. With no idea, I've got a week left and 6 days left. And part 2, and I'll just be talking about boxing, UFC news and rumors, and I'll be talking about all sorts. So guys, just like I said, apologies for that wife thing that kept coming up. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch up with all of you later. Thanks for watching.